Unacademy. Let's crack it.
Question. Your number 2 preference of service is income tax.
Yes, sir.
Why not IFS? You are so much suited for IFS.
Sir, Indian Foreign Service is the valuable source of our nation and is definitely important for the foreign relations. But sir, I personally feel that I identify with the issues here, and within the medical sector, I have realized various issues which I can relate.
Okay.
And yes, sir, so I
There was a
chose this.
suggestion made by a member of parliament that income tax, personal income tax should be abolished. It should be restricted only to corporate sector because personal income tax contributes only 20% of the total revenue collection. And the establishment that is deployed for collection of income tax, personal income tax is very large. So we should reduce the staff. Is it a suggestion worthwhile considering?
Sir, I feel as India works on the model of progressive taxation, so personal tax is contributing to the revenues of the government, but definitely we can have some more compliant measures so that more people are brought into the category of income tax and they feel free to give that, and also awareness should be given to the people so that they voluntarily pay the income tax.
Thank you.
How often do you get angry?
So not very often I get angry, but if there is something major, then definitely I get
What
angry.
makes you angry?
Sir, if there is something major discrimination is happening somewhere, if there is a women discrimination somewhere happening, I get enraged on those incidents.
You were head girl.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever get angry as a head girl?
Sir, I can't as such remember that I got angry, but certainly there must have been some situations where there were some difficulties, but I managed them, I feel, with a calm mind.
So have you heard of a term called emotional intelligence?
Yes, sir.
It was, when did this subject become popular? How many years ago?
So I know because I have studied ethics in my mains examination. So in that I studied emotional intelligence.
So this came about somewhere in mid-90s.
Right, sir.
So I never studied as a student. Nobody ever taught me this. So what is emotional intelligence? How is it important for a civil servant?
So emotional intelligence is when you understand the emotions of the other as well as yourself, and then tackle it through your emotional and intelligence means. And sir, it is very important for the administrator to have emotional intelligence, to have a balanced environment. And sir, number one, that there are many crisis situations which occur in a bureaucrat's life. So we need to tackle it with a positive attitude, and also we have to be motivators for other people. And also we cannot give a knee-jerk reaction. So we have to analyze the situation, we have to understand the emotions of the people, and then we have to act accordingly. So
Right, there is two parts of brain which are related to emotional intelligence, and since you're a doctor, you may have heard of it. There is some part of the brain which is responsible for, which makes you react, emotionally, and there is a part of the brain which helps you to react rationally. Which are these two parts of the brain, and how does this really function? That why a person responds impulsively more often than he responds rationally? It has got something to do with the makeup of the brain.
Sir, as far as I can remember now, there are parts like amygdala and hippocampus which are related with the memory part and the emotional part. And sir, I'm not aware of the
Okay, it's
anger
very
part.
interesting.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Now, there was some study which said that India's global hunger index, India was at 105 out of about 107 or so, out of some 130, 140 countries.
Yes, sir.
So we, did not accept that study, and we said that we provide free rations to, or subsidized rations combination to 80 crore people. Now that's good to justify that people are not hungry, but is it a matter of pride? or is it a cause for worry? We are talking of big things, G20, we're talking of COP27, we're talking of, the whole world is a family, we're talking of South Asia, all that.
Yes, sir.
80 crore people have to be given subsidized rations. Please disagree with me if I say it is a major cause of concern as a nation. Or if you agree, support me. If you disagree, counter those arguments.
Sir, I feel that it is a cause of concern that we are giving food to 80 crore of the people. But sir, I think it is a welfare measure and we have to do it. But regarding the hunger problem, sir, I feel more problem is regarding the micronutrients deficiency, which is the hidden hunger, as well as the malnutrition problem, rather than the overall hunger problem, because people are getting food, but the main problem is regarding the nutrition. So for that, India has now given the program of fortified food, where fortified rice is being distributed by the public distribution system and the midday meals. And so we are diversifying the diets, like inclusion of millets, and we are celebrating that year as well. So it will definitely be better in the future, and we will tackle the problems of malnutrition, hidden hunger in the future.
So once you become a bureaucrat and you're a doctor, please remember, if you teach a man to catch a fish, if you give man a fish today, he'll be hungry tomorrow. If you teach him how to catch a fish, he'll never go hungry.
Yes.
So
sir.
this 80 crore, you can keep giving them ration. It doesn't improve things.